Hi, my name's Elena Key with Key Technology Solutions. You might also know us as KTS. Our team provides a turnkey setup for Follow Boss, including action plans, automations, smart lists, training, best practices, with all the content provided. We're really excited to announce a new partnership with Structurally called KTS AI. We've written new tech strips in the style and communication style of Phil Jones, and really excited to work that into the AI of Structurally with Nate.
Yeah, thanks, Elena. Really glad to be a part of this partnership. Structurally does automated follow-up and two-way qualifying through text message and email. We have an integration with Follow Up Boss that makes that seamless, so you can only have to log into Follow Up Boss to manage Structurally. And now we're working on something great with Elena, which we're here to talk about today.
Yeah. So about 2 years ago, I started creating email drips for Follow Boss, and they were built around the communication style of Phil Jones. If you've never heard of Phil Jones, he's an excellent communicator, and I highly recommend reading his books. He's the author of some incredible books, including Exactly What to Say, Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agents, Exactly How to Sell, lots of exactlies. And we've found that the way he phrases his questions, they come across very empathetic, and just simple changing of words and replacing normal words you would say as a realtor comes across more human and makes the client or lead feel more likely to respond because it doesn't feel salesy. It feels like you want to communicate with them like you're a general human being. I was really excited when Andrew from the Structurally team reached out about a potential partnership, because if these are already successful for emails, how much more successful are they going to be with text messages, which are more often read by people than their email? You and me might read our emails every day because we're business people, but people in their everyday lives don't check their emails as often. So we're really excited to rewrite these emails to work for text messages and generate more conversations. So to show you some examples, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'll read through a couple of text messages so you can get an idea of how these texts. So here's a couple examples. The first one is for a new buyer lead action plan. So think of these being sent to people you generate from Google ads or Facebook ads, whether you do that yourself or you generate leads on your website or you hire a marketing company to do so. They could be asking about a home for sale or just a general buyer inquiry. So the first example shows empathy and helps the lead want to respond and start a conversation. So it's very short, to the point. Hi there. It might feel like you're alone with the questions you have. Buying a home can be overwhelming. Would it help if we connected over the phone about your questions? So the first statement is showing the empathy in relating to the client, showing you understand that they may not be ready to buy. They may actually be overwhelmed and they were just inspired by clicking on a pretty ad or a pretty picture of a home, but you want to show that you're there for them. And then the second question makes it seem that you're only offering the call to their benefit, not the typical question that might be asked from realtors saying, can we chat on the phone, without offering it as, but it would be helpful for you, not just for me because I want to make a sale. The next one is also with the new buyer lead action plan. It says, it would put in their name. So it'd say, hi name, based on your situation, when are you considering making a move, or have you already found the home you're looking for? So all these texts are very short, as you know, and I know, especially in this day and age of TikTok, people's attention spans are very short. So we're going to keep these text messages short. The next one is another empathy text message. And this one is taken from the new seller lead action plan. Hi, first name. Trying to sell your home can feel overwhelming. Are you struggling with any of these? Feeling like you have a never-ending to-do list, having no idea how to price your home, not knowing how to take photos, not having enough time. And that's it. We don't want to add on any more other than that, because we want the lead to relate to one of those. They will most likely relate to at least one, if not two of these, and prompt them to want to respond saying, yeah, I do feel like I have a never ending to-do list and I'll never be ready to sell, or I don't have enough time to do this. And so you can offer value and they will want to respond. Here's another one. This is for if you generate home valuation leads. So this is a seller lead who clicked on what's the value of my home. Hi, first name. If you're a bit like me, you were just curious about the value of your home and want to keep an eye on the house's value. Out of curiosity, in your opinion, how close was the estimate to what you were thinking? So this is an attention grabber because the person wants to put their opinion. People want their opinion known and heard. So this is a little bit further down in the drip. They may not have been responding, but this one, hopefully it grabs their attention because they want to offer their opinion and they love to be heard. Then the last example is to help re-engage stale leads. So this is the part of their stale action plan. Hi, first name. I understand you may need more time to be ready to sell or buy. People's plans are constantly changing. I care about my clients and want to ensure I'm there for them. Have your plans changed? Kindly reply yes or no so I can make a note in my files. And that's it. So this one's intended for older leads that either ghosted you or you never reached them. So think at least a year old, if not older. So we've partnered with Structurally to create 10 different, So we've partnered with Structurally to create 10 different drips, and all of the use cases are intended for starting a conversation with a new lead. So that includes any website inquiry. Think contact form, contact us form on your website, any form on your website. This one is intended for a general inquiry where you don't necessarily know right off the bat what they're wanting or what they're needing. The second one is home valuation, where I showed an example for that. This means they're requesting a home valuation and you're needing to manually create a CMA for them. But then the next one under that, we call it HomeBot, but it can also be used for any automated home valuation tool like Cloud CMA or Home Equity Watch. So these are automated home valuation tools. So part of the text messages educate them on understanding that the automated valuation is just a starting point for understanding their value, but that you can create a custom report and generate conversation around that. We talked about the new buyer lead plan. Underneath that is the new buyer referral plan. It's very similar to the regular new buyer lead plan, except this one is geared towards referral sources. So think Ramsey Solutions, HomeLight, Fast Expert, Effective Agents, pretty much any website where you pay, usually it's 20 to 30% referral fee. And in exchange, you get ready to go leads from those different sources. The next one is abbreviated ZRT. This one's specifically written for leads from places like Zillow, Realtor, Trulia, or Redfin, where they're inquiring about a home for sale. They're requesting a showing or requesting more information from a third-party website. The next one is if you use an open house tool. So think Open Home Pro, Space.io, or Showable.co. You can automate when someone fills out that open house form, pushes over to Follow Up Boss, and then start this action plan to engage them after the open house. The next one is a general new seller inquiry. So not specific to a home valuation, whether manual or automated, but an inquiry about potentially selling their home with you. Next one is stale. That was the last example I showed you. This is intended for old buyer or seller leads that you've never reached or ghosted you. So you're trying to re-engage them. And then the last one is specific for cash offer leads. The most common one people know about is ZBuyer cash offer leads, but there are others called Instant Home Value. And there are a few others I can't remember off the top of my head, but this is intended for trying to convert them from a cash offer to potentially working with you as a realtor. We're really excited to announce a new partnership with Structurally called KTS AI. We've written new text strips in the style and communication style of Phil Jones, and really excited to work that into the AI of Structurally with Nate.
Yeah, awesome, Elena. Happy to announce the partnership and happy to cover how Structurally and KTS and Follow Up Boss will all work together. So I will jump into sharing my screen. So, like Elena said, her team has written some amazing drip campaigns in text message. She has obviously her past system of KTS email drips, which are built in, and you might be familiar with in Follow Up Boss. But now we're bringing that same functionality, that same power to texting, automated texting, which is what Structurally does. So In order to sign up for KTS AI, you'll need a Structurally account. You'll integrate Structurally and Follow Up Boss with a really simple click. You'll just turn on the integration, add your API key, and you're off to the races. You'll also want to add this embedded app in your Follow Up Boss account, which is as easy as going to integrations and turning on the Structurally embedded app. So once you've got those two up and ready to go, Structurally now works within your Follow Up Boss account. You'll see that it's working because you will now have a number of Structurally tags. So these are a lot of those conversations that Elena was talking about earlier, but with the new KTS AI, they're actually preloaded with those text drips that Elena has written for your account. So as I enroll this lead, Nick Larry's, into a Structurally conversation, you'll see that the conversation kicks off. And what will happen is we have some automation in the back end that knows that this is a buyer lead, and it should be using that KTS new buyer text and email automation campaign. You'll see that conversation start. You'll be able to manage the entire conversation from your profile here and take over the conversation right from within Follow Up Boss. So now KTS AI with Structurally has engaged this over text. You can see this email, or you can see this text right within the embedded app, as well as in the activity section in Follow Up Boss. You can manage this entire lead, including taking over the conversation, seeing the conversation, and seeing details that we've extracted from the conversation right within Follow Up Boss. You never need to log into Structurally, and that's really the goal between this partnership. You can also set up automated action plans to make all of this run seamlessly in your existing lead flow, action plans, and automations in Follow Up Boss with or without KTS. This is an example of how KTS new buyer existing action plan works with Structurally. So all we did was add a step to the action plan to add the Structurally buyer tag, like you just saw in the prior conversation, before the existing KTS emails go out. So the beauty in this partnership is now right when a lead enters this action plan, the Structurally buyer tag will be added, and that text campaign written by Elena's team will trigger. At the same time, in this existing flow, these existing steps, her emails will go out. The KTS emails will go out. So they work side by side, and all you have to do is edit your existing action plans to add the Structurally tags with the appropriate conversations. And when you're ready to sign up for the KTS AI with Structurally program, you will go to Structurally's website, click Get Started, or talk to our sales team, enter your info here, and then pick your industry. This only works for the real estate industry. So if you're in mortgage or commercial, this is working primarily for residential real estate. So you'll pick the real estate toggle here, move on to the next screen where you'll see our pricing. You'll need to subscribe to one of our plans here. They're all based on monthly lead volume. So our starting plan is 200 conversations or leads per month, then 500, then 1,000, then 3,000 or more. So that's the number of conversations or leads managed per month. And the prices you see here are every 3 months. So you'll pick a plan, and then you will subscribe to that plan, and you will receive a special promo code from the KTS team and Elena's team, which is really important because it will give you $100 off your first billing period, and it will preload your account with the KTS AI scripts and program that we talked about today. So you'll enter that coupon code, that promo code, which is actually Key Tech here as written, and then hit subscribe, and you'll be off. You'll have a Structurally account with the KTS AI scripts preloaded for you.